Broadcasting live from the Business RadioX studios in the Twin Cities, it's time for Minneapolis-St. Paul Business Radio. Now, here's your host.
And hello again, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Minneapolis-St. Paul Business Radio. I'm John Ray, and folks, this is going to be a good one today. We've got Rachel Silberman with us. Rachel is the owner of Luxjoy and Comfort. Rachel, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to have you. Let's talk a little bit about you and your company. How are you serving folks out there?
Sure. So I'm a gift box company. I do gifts for any occasion, like birthdays, anniversaries, corporations, realtors, hospitals, really anything I do gifting for. I also have little niches, like I do books and I do gifts for Pride. So I have a lot of areas that I hit and cover.
Awesome. Yeah. So let's, for those that don't know, and I think a lot of people do, but for those that don't know, let's describe gift boxes. What are those?
Sure. So gift boxes are gifts full of fun surprises. I do custom gifting. So that means that if you come to me and you're like, hey, there's nothing on your website, I want a gift that's tea-based, maybe has a blanket in it, maybe has some honey. I can put that all together, make it really beautiful for you, put a bow on it, and deliver it to the recipient.
Terrific. So for somebody like me that can't make up my mind, you can help me out.
I can. I definitely can.
Awesome.
There's a lot of people like that.
Awesome. Now, do you do subscription boxes?
That's actually how I got into doing gift boxes, is because I wanted to do subscription boxes. And then I got to the financial part and I was like, nope, I can't start this. So I was like, well, what about subscription boxes on demand? And so that kind of turned into just gift boxes. So I don't do subscription boxes, but I'd like to do that in the future. Gotcha.
So let's talk about your background, your backstory. I mean, what led you to starting this company?
Well, the subscription boxes, for sure. But once it turned into subscription box on demand, it turned into kind of gift boxes. And then I also did custom. I kind of like tweaked it a little. I was like, how can I make myself different? And so I actually can put like your logo on a mug and put it in a gift. I have the machinery for that. And usually people are like, you need to buy 15, 20, 50 first. You can buy one from me. So that's something that makes me different from other gifting industries, is that I can do custom gifting, just one piece.
Wow. So you have got several niches, and one is Pride gift boxes. Talk about that.
Sure. So I am part of the LGBTQIA plus. And I went to Etsy and I'm like, I want a gift box with my orientation. And so I searched it. There's nothing. So I searched and I decided to make it my own. So I went off and I made 12 orientation gift boxes. So people can feel included and loved and that they're not forgotten.
That's awesome. Talk a little bit about, I guess, what you put in those boxes.
Sure.
That creates that love.
Yeah, that's true. So what goes in it is your orientation, either a tumbler or a mug, your choice, with your flag on it. And I put your name on it or whatever name you want. A bandana with the flag on it, Skittles, Taste the Rainbow, a pronoun pin, and I believe there's one more, a sticker that says you are loved.
Terrific. Now you, and again, before I get to how you give back, can can do the one-off boxes here as well, right? So the special boxes, one special gift box for that special person in your life.
Yep. So I just do one. I can just do one. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. Terrific. So you give back as part of your Pride gift boxes. Talk about that work.
Sure. Yeah. So I give back to My Health teens and young adults. So if you buy a Pride box, 5% goes to them. And they help with teens with like counseling, LGBTQIA services. They help with, they're a nonprofit, and they help with really anything that teens are having difficulties with, pregnancies. And it's a great resource to have for teens. And so I really want to donate to them. And they're in Hopkins, Minnesota, I believe, located there. Okay. And so, 5% goes to them.
Wow. That's terrific. You talk about why you started this specific business, Rachel. I mean, you could have started a lot of different businesses, whether it's a gift box business or any other kind of business. Why this particular business? And talk about a little bit of your journey to get to this point. Yeah.
So what happened is I went to New York and I went to NYU for publishing, and I tried to get into publishing. And it's very hard when you have a background in web design. So there was so much competition that it just didn't work out for me. So I came back to Minnesota. I was defeated, but I knew I really wanted to be my own boss. I knew I really wanted to do my own thing. And so subscription boxes were like something that I was subscribing to at the time, and I really enjoyed it. And I was like, there isn't one that has a choice of coffee, a choice of tea. And then I believe I was going to do ebooks as well, because that's still not an option in subscription boxes. And that's pretty big. And I was like, I want to do ebooks. And so that was going to be my thing, was a subscription box, books. And then you can pick hardback, paperback, ebook, or a coffee and a tea. And that was my idea. And so it kind of pertained to books because I wanted to be into publishing. But again, it didn't work. It didn't work out. So then it kind of just morphed into its own thing. Gotcha.
Folks, we're here chatting with Rachel Silberman. New York's loss is Minnesota's gain. So,
I agree.
Yeah, there you go. So talk about, I'm just curious, as I've looked on your website and saw the various items you can put in a box. How do you come up with the items that you feature as possibilities to go in a box?
So the first thing I think about is the theme. Like the theme of the box. What is it going to be? Is it going to be relaxing? Is it going to be coffee based? Is it going to be like, just what, and then you have to tell a story. Everything has to make sense in the box. You can't just throw stuff in and just make it work. Everything has to make sense. You have to point to an object and be like, I put that in because it goes with this item, because it goes with this item. So the theme is very important. And what I put in it, again, like I put the honey in there because it works with the tea. I put the blanket in there because it works with both the honey and the tea. You want to create a story. I'm going to sit down with my blanket. I'm going to have a cup of tea, put some honey in, and eat some chocolates. That's my story. So that's what I do when I put a box together, is I create a story.
Terrific. And you, again, in looking at your website, it looks like you're really adept at coming up with seasonal type boxes as well.
Yeah. So I have some seasonal. I have some pumpkin spice. I have an advent calendar. I just put some holiday boxes up, I think a couple days ago. So I do have some. But not, I think the majority are just more general. So when it comes to holiday gifting, I do corporate gifts as well. And so what they do is corporations email me and they go, I want this, 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 or this. Or they say, I don't know what I want, but I have a kind of a theme in mind. And so what I do is I email them a list of what I have and kind of different price points. And then they pick and choose what looks good to them. And then I create it. So right now I'm making 2 corporate boxes for the Children's Hospital and one for HCMC, which is incredible. I'm really excited. Those are hospitals.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. So that's really fun. And so I do have options on my website, but it goes beyond that because I can make something custom just for that person.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up because you've got that right at the top of your website. We provide custom gifting. So you can really come, someone can come to you with the particular needs, wants of a client or a corporate client or a friend or whoever they want to give to, and you can help them come up with something that's unique.
Yeah, I can make them. I mean, it's not just mugs that I can put your logo on. I can do it on pillowcases, baby bibs, aprons, coasters, like just so many things that I can put your logo on, or even like a photo of your dog. It doesn't have to be a logo. It can be anything. I just did a cat mug. Somebody's like, I want my cat on a mug. I'm like, okay. So she put a collage of her cat. And so it can be, really anything. And again, just one item. There's no minimum.
Oh, wow. So let's talk about, we're doing this show here, folks, right at the very end of November, which means the holiday gift time is like now. So so if you're listening to this show later in January, whatever, Rachel's still around and she's happy to help you. But for those that are listening here as we do the show, talk about timing in terms of being able to get gifts out prior to the holidays and getting them delivered.
Yeah. So I think the USPS just put out a calendar where they're like, these are our dates. So if you want to buy a gift, I believe the 18th is the cutoff for priority. So get it. I mean, like I would honestly order by the 15th. I mean, the USPS is not doing well right now. They're very understaffed for the amount of packages that they have.
Right.
So the sooner you get everything in, the better.
Got it. So folks, get in touch and we'll get to Rachel's contact information here in a second. Rachel Silberman, folks, she is the owner of Luxjoy and Comfort. How did you come up with that name, by the way?
Yeah, so it's a very unique name. So I put words together, lux for luxury, joy for being joyful, and comfort, because my tagline is luxury gifts that bring joy and comfort. So that's kind of where I came up with it. I had a brainstorming session with, I hire a business coach. And we both did a brainstorming session. We like Lux. Well, what about joy? Okay, Luxjoy. But Luxjoy was taken. And I'm like, oh no, what do I do? And she goes, well, what about put comfort on the end? And I'm like, I love it. So that's kind of what we did, our brainstorming session, and it stuck. And I love it.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm just curious for those, again, like me, who sometimes struggle to come up with unique gifts, particularly if you're trying to do that for maybe a client, and you maybe don't know what the best thing to do is. Just give people some general tips on coming up with unique gifts for those that they're struggling with.
That's a really good question. So this is what I do. When I have a conversation with somebody, and they say keywords, kind of like, I've always wanted this, or I really like blank. And when you have conversations with them, kind of think about, like, keep it in your head. Oh, they really like anime, for example. I don't know. I just came up with that. They really like anime. They're talking about this anime show that they're obsessed with. Okay, they really like that. So keep that in your head. And then when it's time to gift, try to get them something with that anime show that they like. Like, just when you have conversations with them, keep in mind what they're saying and what they like. And then just like write it down if you have to. And that's how I gift, is I keep that in mind. I keep all my conversations in mind. Like, my friend really likes Harry Potter, so I got her Harry Potter socks. And that is that's the best tip I can give right now, is really keep in mind what they're saying when you have conversations with them.
Be alert, ask questions, write it down, call Rachel.
And then call me, and I'll make an anime mug.
There you go. I love it. I love it. Now, one of the things that I noticed too on the website, just to give people a sense of the breadth of what you offer, you've got baby and kids themes, spa and candle gifts, Gourmet Foodie. I was naturally attracted to that. So you've got quite a different number of different themes that folks can kind of browse through.
I do. Yeah, I have really, for any occasion. I have birthday, I have get well, I have anniversary, I have stuff for corporate on there. It's really big selection. Yeah.
I love it. Yeah, Rachel Silberman is with us, folks. Luxjoy and Comfort is the name of her gift box company. Rachel, this has been great, and I can't imagine at this point. I've teased folks enough, so let's give them the answer to the most important question, which is how they can get in touch, learn more, and shop.
Yeah, so my URL is luxjoyandcomfort.com. And you can email me at rachel@luxjoyandcomfort.com, or you can call me at 612-456-6545. That's my business number. And those are 3 ways you can get a hold of me.
Terrific. Rachel Silberman, folks. Rachel, this has been great, and thanks for the great work that you do. It's important work, and we appreciate you. Keep up the good work.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it. This has been a lot of fun.
Yeah, thank you. Hey, folks, just a quick reminder that if you want to support great entrepreneurs in the Twin Cities area like Rachel, one way to do that is to listen to the show, subscribe, and share the show. It's not about me or Business RadioX. It's about our great guests like Rachel who do great work, and we want to celebrate that work. So if you're not a subscriber to the show, go to Minneapolis-St. Paul Business Radio. Use that search term on your favorite podcast app, and you'll find the show and subscribe and tell others. We'd appreciate it if you could do that for us. So for my guest, Rachel Silberman, I'm John Ray. Join us next time here on Minneapolis-St. Paul Business Radio.